Hi guys, the today's topic is Newland's law of octaves. Actually, this is the diagram what I might just draw on the board. This diagram is starting with the hydrogen. Actually, the table is end with the thorium. Okay, but we end at the Zr only. Now, the purpose behind drawing this diagram is used generally. What is my idea behind that? You just understood what is the law of octaves. For example, before this lecture we have like Dobrynin-Triad's law. In the Dobrynin-Triad's law we found that at the time of Dobrynin the known elements are like classified in a triad on the basis of their similar chemical properties, and here the atomic mass of middle element was approximately the mean of other two elements. But that theory got failed because of some of the elements follow the law of triad and some are not. Now afterward many scientists work on the classification. One of the scientists is called Newland, and that scientist, this is the scientist which work in the year of 1866, and at the time of Newland 56 elements were known. At the time of Newland 56 elements were known. So in front of Newland also, what is the classification criteria? The classification criteria is based on the lightest element, for example hydrogen, and he put forth the lightest element onwards, and the Newland's law of octaves, the table which is based on 7 by 8. What is this 7 by 8? 7 by 8 is nothing but the reference which is taken from the saptak, which is nothing but the musical notes like sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, again sa. So this is what the saptaks of the musical octaves. It is called musical octaves, and on behalf of that he arranged the elements starting with the lightest element hydrogen and end with the heaviest element thorium. And what is the criteria to put forth the every element on the basis of increasing order of their atomic mass number only, what the Dobrynin follows. So I am just in front of you, this is a table, and some of the elements I put forth here, some of the elements are omitted. Why? Because you found because of one of the drawback. Before that you must know what is the law exactly. Here what you found, when the Newland arranged the elements in an increasing order of their atomic mass number. Now after this arrangement, what he found? He found that every eighth element which having the similar properties to that of first element. In short, I am writing the law within this bracket only. If you have to remember the law, how can you? Very simple. Newland arranged all 56 known element in an increasing order of their atomic masses. The every eighth element possess the similar properties to that of first. What does this mean? It means that the concept of periodic gradation or the chemical properties which are repeating, the credit goes to Newland only. Example, eighth element. For example, suppose I consider the first element is lithium here. Observe, suppose this is the first element, second beryllium, third boron, fourth one is carbon, fifth one is nitrogen, sixth one is oxygen, seventh is fluorine, and eighth is sodium. It means that if I consider the eighth element, that is sodium, it means that sodium having the same properties to that of first. Here, if the eighth element is sodium, what is the first? Which one is the first? Lithium is the first. So here, this is what the Newland's law of octaves. Suppose beryllium is the first one. So for the beryllium, eighth element is magnesium. It means that the property of magnesium and properties of beryllium both are same. This is the Newland's law of octaves. This is what the repetition you found after certain interval, after just moving onwards, and that is what the gap of 8 to the first. And this repetition, the credit goes to only the Newland. On behalf of that, now in my mind the question is arise, it is like a very good theory in front of us put forth by the Newland. Now still we did not follow the Newland's law. Why? Because of some of the drawback. Let's see which are the drawbacks of Newland's octaves law. Okay. it's time to study the drawback of the Newland's law of octave. Basically, for the state board and CBSE, 3 drawbacks are to be given that we have to discuss here. Now, just I told you before that I am not writing complete element up to the thorium. Why? Because of the one drawback. And now it's time to study that drawback. What is the drawback? Observe. The Newland's law of octave, Newland's law of octave, it is not followed after calcium. What does this mean? It means that if you observe this table, this is what the place of calcium, and after calcium onwards, after calcium, every 8th element does not possess the similar property to that of first. Whatever the known element at that time, how many? 56 element. Out of that, only up to the calcium, if law get obeyed. And what about the remaining elements if they did not obey? How can you accept that law worldwide? It is not possible. So this is the first drawback. What is that? The Newland's law of octave. In the table of 7 by 8, here after calcium, every 8th element does not possess the similar property to that of first. It means that after calcium, Newland's law of octave did not follow. Okay, this is the first drawback. What about the second drawback? Second drawback in the Newland's octave law of octave is that he placed some of the element in the same box or in the same note. We can say that note or box, although they have different property. Although they have the different properties. It means that what happened? For example, what we assume? We assume that in a note, for example, either Sa, either Re, either Ga, etc. If we observe all the elements, they are similar in properties. What we assume? But observe, exceptional case, cobalt and nickel. Cobalt and nickel are placed with the fluorine, chlorine, bromine. What does this mean? They having the property of the halogen, while cobalt and nickel are having the property similar to Fe. But it is not placed, both having the C different. So cobalt and nickel, it is not the exact place actually to be obtained here, but it is placed under the note of Sa, where the remaining elements are like fluorine, chlorine, they belongs to the metal. They belongs to the halogen. They belongs to halogen. That's why the place of cobalt and nickel is completely wrong. The cobalt and nickel are matched with the ferrous, Fe, but this ferrous is placed along with the oxygen sulfur, which are the non-metal. That's why this is what the second drawback. The position of the element is what not proper, right? And the third one, what about the newly discovered element? The newly discovered element did not fit, which is not fitted in the Newland's law of octaves. सिंपल बात है, अब ऑलरेडी जो नोन एलिमेंट है, इफ दे आर नॉट फिटेड, व्हाट अबाउट द न्यूली डिस्कवर्ड एलिमेंट? इफ सम ऑफ द एलिमेंट which are called newly discovered, if they want to place in a Newland law of octave and Newland is unable to give them a proper position, or it may be rearrange all the element, then this table is meaningless for us. And for the reason, what about the newly discovered element? He can't predict anything, any concept in a table regarding the newly discovered element, and there is no fixed position will be given. Either you have to arrange, whether you have to not arrange, which is the position that cannot be explained by the Newland. And this is the third drawback for the Newland's law of octaves table. So this is what a complete point, Newland's law of octaves, along with a table. Second, what is actual law, and third, the 3 drawbacks of the Newland's law of octaves. Okay, thank you.